to square one. It's hard to square up. Everybody got come. Mama cries, dead sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party. I'm just pouring my. Don't get face that before, so I live it up. When I come, better get them up. That's a floss track, better get them up. I'ma keep eating this a dinner rush. I'll let you finish up. Flock of diamonds, I can promise I'm being honest. This being modest. I am your highness. I am the finest. You rappers, plus you a liar. Don't idolize and I don't admire. Been doing me for like ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's a certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's vows tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight. Then lose your mind. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Bears going up against the Buccaneers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Guyton alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
First down, Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? If you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
And nothing doing here is this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He dumps it down to Ingram. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And that is caught by Ardarius Stewart. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly near the 48-yard line. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. C.J. Mosley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. Rodgers now. Going to throw again. And complete on the right side to Bennett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And they've got it here with a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On third down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Looking to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Eli Harold able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Let's go! 3-19!
On second down, Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're going to try and throw. Forced out to his left. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 27 yards that time. They'll set up a throw, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got his man. This is Jackson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Rodgers toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tap.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On second down, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 30, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eli Harold. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Again, it's Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 44-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it?
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This was a close postgame they needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
Haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A give to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And complete on the right side to Bennett. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Running for it, Montgomery. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Ty Montgomery unable to get to the marker. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be...
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And that will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? But usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. They'll set up to throw, escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything. On a route like this, he tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Rodgers on third down. And he's got Bennett. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Rodgers again here on second and 10. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Rodgers to throw on third down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Let's go. Gone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. They'll look to throw again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Looking to throw and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard, right at the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Allen has it, left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rodgers now on first down. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A big offensive explosion.